I'm David Oxley. Now, these children are perfectly safe with me in their room. But if I were Sir James Tyrrell and this were 1483, they would be in grave, grave danger. Because I would be about to suffocate them with this pillow. Why? Well, because they're the princes in the tower, and I'm a renegade nobleman in the service of Richard III.
We are history!
Now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer.
The public view of Richard III as a murdering hunchback is largely based on Shakespeare's play of the same name, Richard III.
Stop it! I mean, that's rubbish! You are so wrong. I mean, it's factually totally inaccurate. What you're talking is historical bunkum.
Cancelled due to wrong history.
For the last 400 years, people have been putting Richard III down because of one overrated play by a slaphead liar.
Richard is buried in Leicester. It hasn't changed much since the Middle Ages, and they still poo out of their windows.
I'm here because new evidence unearthed by local enthusiasts suggests that everything we know about Richard III is wrong. The two princes weren't kept in the Tower of London, but instead were looked after here. And their disappearance was no murder, but rather a game of hide and seek that went tragically wrong. This is history on trial. I've got just 48 hours to get a verdict.
Now it's my turn to launch a campaign for justice. If a bunch of lefties can get some obviously guilty Irishmen off the hook, then the least I can do is clear nice Uncle Richard's name. And if anyone can help me, it's Bob Watts.
Hello there. I'm Richard III, King of England. These are my two nephews.
Please meet you.
Actually, I'm not Richard III, and these aren't really my nephews. It's just a reconstruction.
Right.
Like Richard, Bob's an uncle to Craig and Paul. But they aren't princes, and he's not evil or a hunchback, so really it's just the uncle thing.
What's it like being an uncle? I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm an only child, and my brother-in-law's a Jaffa.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful.
Do you think I'd have made a good uncle?
No. Well, we don't really know you, so I'm not that sure.
A lot of people say Shakespeare was a liar. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe he is.
But not all the time.
Yeah, because he's a storyteller.
Are we all confident that we can prove King Richard III innocent?
Definitely.
Yes.
Good. Then in the name of uncles everywhere, let's do it.
Bob's let me use his house as campaign HQ. Together, we'll fight to clear the name of Leicester's most famous uncle. We need just £100,000 to kickstart the Freedom Campaign.
Hi, my name's Kieran Bennett. I'm calling on behalf of the Freedom Richard III.
Good people of Leicester, I'm trying to prove my innocence. Please help me to do so by making a small donation.
Free Richard III.
Got 50p, everyone.
Innocent man found guilty. Please make a donation.
These are not going to ring, are they?
I don't think we should give up quite yet. OK, so we got a jumble sale. Miles sitting in a bath of baked beans. Miles getting his head shaved. Miles getting a sponsored tattoo. What does that say, David?
That's dwarf bowling.
Right, yeah. Dwarf bowling and a tombola.
This is shit, isn't it? I'm going to have to put on a play.
A play?
It's perfect. I mean, this is the ideal thing for proving Richard's innocence.
The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
That's very good, actually. Shakespeare had never come up with anything like that. OK, I'm David Oxley, historian. I'm sorry I'm late, people. I've been working on the script. OK. Now...
Amateur dramatics group, the Humberston Mystery Players, have agreed to put on my play, The Right History of...
So, people, let's change some history. Everybody just bounce up and down like that. Just bounce up on your toes. 1, 2, 3. You're trees. Everyone's a tree. That's it. A lovely tree.
My play will sort the facts from the not facts. So let's see if we can't jump to some conclusions.
Shakespeare the liar says that Richard stole the throne by having his nephews disappeared and bricked up. Local enthusiasts, however, have uncovered these. Old documents that tell quite a different story.
It's almost certainly a letter from the princes to Richard asking if they could visit during the half-term break. But this worried their caring uncle.
Leicester at the time was full of plotting and intrigue, no place for two kiddies. So Richard had them put in the safest place he knew, the Tower of Leicester. Whoa there, David, the Tower of Leicester? What the hell are you talking about? Well, it didn't become the Tower of London until Charles II had it moved brick by brick for a laugh. Before then, it stood here, where this spa shop is today.
And there, they met Richard's best friend.
Hello there. Would you mind looking after these two princes for me? It's for their own safety. Okay. Craig, Paul, this is Sir James Tyrrell.
With mates like Tyrrell, how the heck did nice Uncle Richard mislay his nephews?
Go!
Richard loved playing games with the boys while they were in the tower. His favourite was hide and seek. Local enthusiasts believed the two rascals were so good at hiding, they were never found.
No, just shout if I find you.
My theory is that whilst they hid, the princes were tragically bricked up as part of a room extension. To show how easily this can happen, I've invited builder Peter Wardle round to give me an estimate.
We just need this area here bricked off. If you could make it about 1 prince high and about 2 princes wide.
Oh, right. We keep them back from kicking the bricks out while I'm doing it, you see.
Yeah, I mean, would it be helpful if they were subdued in some way?
Probably, yeah. 210 cash, yeah?
That's a deal. Lovely jubbly.
Conclusive proof then that Shakespeare lied. With the facts in place, I had a show to put on.
Now is the winter of our discontent.
You know, David,
What?
I've been reading this book and it seems like there's quite a lot of evidence that it was Henry VII who had the princes murdered.
Right, look, A, the princes weren't murdered, and B, I hardly think it was Henry VII that did it, right? He was a big, chubby, jolly, red-faced fellow. He'd have been too busy with his 6 wives, writing Greensleeves and mucking about in his maze. I forgot to book the DJ.
Oh, I've done it, David. Yeah, he's some travelling DJ fella. Quite cheap.
Here's a big shout to Richard III, massive.
With people flooding in for the world premiere of The Right History of Richard III, I'm almost shitting myself with excitement.
Well, this is it. The moment of truth.
Let history be retold.
Now is the winter of our discontent.
Uncle Richard,
Yes, my pretties?
please can we have our ball back?
Certainly. There you go. I love you because you're my nephews.
Richard III.
I am slain, stabbed by Henry VII.
Richard III.
Oh, the world will never know what a great uncle I am. So, what have we learned?
Well, that you can't judge a book by its cover or a king by his hump, and that perhaps it's best to let sleeping princes lie. Or maybe there's been enough lying. Maybe it's time for the truth. And the truth is a difficult concept, but not as difficult as history. History is really hard.
Good night.
Who's that?
Oh my God, there's someone in the house. Go! Run!
I told us to
Shut up! Tell them we're with Channel 4! Go!
I can't come here, you! Ah!
Can we call the police?
No, not yet. Let's get him to the cellar.